Hello and welcome to Morning Rush. I'm Paula Middlehurst.
And I'm Mark Longhurst. And coming up on today's show.
Well, we'll be talking to our regular television guru, Tiana Perez, about what's happening this week on your TV screens.
And Jason Collins back with us to discuss the current gossip in the world of the Hollywood celebrities.
Yes, and Paulo Viana from Casa Brazil is in the studio kitchen teaching Mark how to cook and drink Brazilian style. So you at home can really feel that Brazilian spirit just in time for the World Cup.
Oh, is that on now?
Today.
I'd never noticed. First, though, we're going to give you the chance to win an all-expenses-paid trip to, where else? Rio. You'll get 2 tickets to watch the final of the World Cup.
Wow.
And a luxury cruise along the shores of the world-famous Ipanema beach just to recover. Let's take a look at the details.
Welcome to Rio, the capital city of sun, sand and sassiness. Well, okay, we're not in Rio, but you could be. How do you fancy spending a week being fabulous in the city of culture, colour and carnivals? We're offering you the chance today to spend a week in the bustling city of Rio de Janeiro. This year sees Brazil hosting the World Cup, and with thousands flocking to the lively streets, this is one prize you don't want to miss. All you need to do to be in with a chance of winning is answering this one simple question. What is the capital of Brazil? Is it A, Rio de Janeiro, B, Brasilia, or C, Sao Paulo? Text your answers to 8822 by midday today to be in with a chance of winning.
Wow, that looks like an amazing trip, James. Thanks very much indeed, whether you're a football lover or you're not, even if you just like travelling. But for the rest of us who are staying at home over the next week or so, yes, not football mad, we have Tiana Perez to talk us through this week's highlights. Bit of a football-free zone, Tiana.
Yeah, I'm just going to show you a bit of the alternatives, guys, because not everybody is a football fan.
Really?
Hard to believe.
I'd never have known that.
Anyways, we're going to stay on topic and we're going to stay at Brazil.
All right, okay.
The first thing I'm going to offer to our viewers is something called Welcome to Rio. It's a documentary on Brazil's shanty towns or favelas.
Oh, the other side of Rio.
Yeah, it's basically something we don't tend to see when we say Brazil. It's going to be on tonight on BBC 2 at 9 o'clock. Let's have a look.
Let's take a look. And that's how you deliver a fridge
or
to
don't,
a favela.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit expensive.
Yeah.
It's pretty gritty, isn't it?
It is. It's a Brazil the way we don't see it, or we don't think about it at least. And to kind of parallel that, we're gonna offer some sort of a British equivalent. We have Britain's Benefits Tenants, which is going to be on Channel 4 tonight at 9. This is a documentary, again, following 2 firms. One firm is the housing benefit end of the market, and the other firm is literally a firm that helps landlords to deal with their difficult
So again, it's
customers.
behind the scenes look at life.
Yeah, it's basically an angle of the infrastructure of the benefit system.
But how is this different from the benefits documentaries we've seen before, Benefit Street and such like?
Well, those mainly focus on the end user. They focus on the person that takes benefits. And this is, like I said, it's about the infrastructure of it. It's about the organization behind it. So it's not necessarily about the end of it, the end user. I think it's going to be a pretty interesting watch. And we've had loads of controversy in the news, and it's worth it.
Okay, should we have a quick look?
Yeah.
Britain is suffering a crisis in social housing.
There is no council housing available. You could be on the waiting list for 3 years.
For the first time in a generation, more people are renting from private landlords than local councils or housing associations.
Again, quite sort of weighty matters. Anything that got a slightly lighter feel or flavour to it in there?
Well, actually, yes. Our third alternative, which is for tomorrow evening, nevertheless, 8 p.m. on ITV1, we have Celebrity 15 to 1.
Oh, this is the quiz show.
The quiz show, right.
Exactly.
And who's on?
We have Jason Manford.
Love Jason Manford.
Jermaine Greer, and also we have Jimmy Carr, and a few more.
Yeah,
obviously.
so quite high-powered guests, a lot of brain power, because some of those questions are quite difficult, aren't they?
I think it will be a challenge, but that would make it ever so more interesting to watch.
And all raising money for charity, of course.
Absolutely, nobody's walking home with the money.
Fantastic.
Oh, quite right too. And no mention of football at all, so congratulations on that. Thank you for your choice.
Tiana.
And of course we'll see Tiana soon with her next look at telly. But now, time to hear what's going on across the pond. All those much-loved celebs.
Celebs. Over to you, Mr. Collins.
Hello, I'm Jason Collins, and this is your update on all things hot in Hollywood and celebrity this week. With Brazil kicking off the summer in style with the World Cup, Hollywood is also preparing itself for a month or two of its own craziness as the battle for the summer blockbuster begins. We've already seen the release of Maleficent, which looks set to draw in fans with the sensationally saucy Angelina Jolie as lead. A childhood story with a twist, Jolie comes to the screen as we've never seen her before, and her fierce portrayal of this classic character is sure to intrigue filmgoers. In celebrity news, Beyoncé and Jay-Z, all my best friends, have been in Los Angeles having the final run-through of their joint tour called On the Run, which starts in LA next week. Something tells me Solange won't be joining them. The tour is set to send fans crazy in love. See what I did there? Fun. And I think it's safe to say that this is not one to miss, especially with rumours suggesting it will come to the UK. That's all I've got time for today. But for more celebrity gossip, check out our online website. I've been Jason Collins, and that is your Morning Rush Hollywood update.
Jason, thank you very much indeed for that. Now, something of a very tasty treat for you here in the studio with our very own Brazilian chef, Paulo Viana, and his assistant, Ricardo, from the authentic Brazilian restaurant, Casa Brazil. Welcome, guys. Good morning to you. Or what should I be saying in Portuguese?
Bom dia. Obrigado.
Oh, right. OK. Thanks for bringing in something that smells absolutely wonderful. What are you going to be cooking for us today?
So today we're doing a moqueca de peixe. It's called a fish moqueca, yes. Ah. It's fish from the Bay City, which is a coastal city.
Because normally we think of meat in Brazil, a lot of barbecued or char-grilled meat.
Well, not only meat they do in Brazil. Obviously, we've got a lot of fish, seafood, lobsters, all around the coastal area, so we also do lots of...
Which hopefully the England team might be enjoying in Rio as we speak. We don't know. Now, Paulo, what's that particular smell like?
That'll be palm oil. We start frying with palm oil. Then we fried all the tomato, red onions, red peppers, all with the palm oil.
And this is something we could get in the UK, palm oil?
Yes, we can find it in any supermarket, international shops, or stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah. And this is a very simple dish. Is it very straightforward?
Very simple. It takes about 3 to 4 minutes to prepare.
Wow.
So very simple.
So we could knock this up before we sit down and watch the World Cup on television?
Yes, you can.
Very simply. Okay. And I see you've got some prawns as well. Yes. That adds to the fish, does it?
Yes, we add that on the end. We also do using hake today.
Oh, it's a nice, lovely meaty fish and straight in.
Yep.
And you seal that off in that palm oil as well?
Yes, we do, yes.
Okay. Bit of salt coming in.
Salt, yep.
I see you've got a bottle of
rum.
Brazilian rum. That's not one of the ingredients for the food then?
No, it's not. Today we're doing caipirinha, which is the most traditional drink in Brazil. So we use the Brazilian rum, it's called the cachaça, made from sugar cane.
Again, something we could get in the UK supermarket?
Big supermarkets, yes, you can find now, especially with the World Cup and everything in Brazil. So
but it makes a difference having the proper Brazilian spirit.
It does, yes, it does.
Yeah.
So to make it, we have some quarts of limes into a glass. We add some brown sugar, a couple of spoons will be enough. Crush water with a muller. If you have one at home, just use a wooden spoon to do the trick as well.
But you've got to have the limes. You can't cheat with lime cordial, or
no, you have to use
the proper stuff. Right. Okay. But it doesn't have to be Brazilian limes. Any limes will do.
Any lime will be right. And so we add the rum
straight in.
Yes.
Okay. Now this is fairly similar to a mojito, which is another cocktail we know.
But it doesn't take any mint or soda. It's just lime,
it's just straight up spirit
and crushed ice. Yes.
Lots of ice.
Yes.
Okay. So that goes into the glass, and then
I'm using the shaker here. If you haven't got a shaker at home, you just cover with your hand and just check it a little bit.
Yeah, but make sure it's all mixed up.
Yes, mix it all together like that.
And that's it?
That's it, yeah.
Wow. So again, a really quick, and wow, that looks fantastic.
Put it into a glass.
I'm just getting the palm oil, which is coming, it's just, I wish you had smelly vision at home. It's just absolutely fantastic. And this would be what, an aperitif for it?
Well, it can be an aperitif as a digestive, drink on its own. It can be anything, basically. It's nice and strong.
Whoa, yeah. But the ice just takes the edge off it.
It does, yes.
Okay, and how many could we maybe cope with these?
I will say around 5 you should be all right, yes.
5?
Yes.
A bit like Brazilian scoreline.
5-0, yes.
Yeah.
In the final, maybe.
Okay, who knows? Now, you've just put some other ingredients in there, Paolo. What's that?
Coconut milk.
Coconut milk. Olio, palm oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the coconut milk is quite late on to
Yes.
add to make the sauce
to
up.
reduces a little bit, yes.
Right, I've also got some rice just under here, which again has got coconut milk.
Yes.
Ah, so what does that sort of soften it up a little?
It soaks into the rice as well.
Yeah, and again, we know we can get those at most other supermarkets.
Yes.
So, what is Brazilian cuisine like in general? Is it fairly simple but good simple ingredients?
Well, it's all simple. Like we do the meat. The meat's all grilled in charcoal.
Yes, char-grilled. Yeah.
Yes, and just salt, olive oil, garlic, and that's it. So this stuff is just simple ingredients. It's all that together and.
Okay, and you've got that on quite a high heat now to actually
boil it
make
down.
the sauce boil it up. Yeah, okay. And you've got some other ingredients, a bit of... oh, here come the prawns. So they're quite late in the day then?
Yes.
Yep.
And is that coriander you've got there?
We add some coriander.
So that goes in just to add a little bit of spice as well. Well, I can see that really boiling up now. But of course, we don't have to just concentrate on the cooking. We have to talk about the football. Dare we get your predictions for the World Cup?
I think I'm going for Brazil, and the chef I think is going for Brazil as well.
There's a surprise. Brazil. Yeah. But why not? But England, dare we ask what you think England's going to happen with England?
You have a chance, yes.
Yeah.
Quarterfinals? Semi-finals?
Maybe, yes.
Semi-finals,
yeah.
And I guess one of the problems is the heat out there, isn't it?
Yeah.
But anything can happen in the end of the day, so...
Oh, now this is looking something rather special. You're getting a tower here of the rice. Could you do this at home as well with a couple of sort of...
Yeah, a couple of rings.
Yeah.
Just do it at home.
Just make it nice for the presentation. And I guess a lot of the eating in Brazil would be outdoors as well. You'd be sitting out in the evening.
Yeah, because it's really hot country. Sit outside.
Yeah. Not sure whether we can manage that in the UK as well. We'll have to see what the weather's going to be.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with the weather here. So.
Yeah. Now, you've got the tomato there on a dish of the onions and the peppers. That really displays it nicely. And then a lovely piece of that hake, which is a really meaty fish anyway, isn't it?
Nice and meaty, yes.
Am I going to be allowed to taste this as well?
Yes, you will.
Whoa, that's great. So I've got a fork that's nice and handy there, and that fish just looks fantastic. Just nicely browned at the top, and the sauce looks almost like a mustard colour, doesn't it?
Yes, it comes from the colour of the palm oil.
Palm oil, mixing
like,
with the coconut
like an orange colour type of thing.
Yeah. And the prawns just to add a little bit of an edge as well. Well, this looks a real treat for us. And the beauty is it's so quick to present.
It's very simple and tastes very nice as well.
Okay, well, I'm just going to try a little bit of this rice here first, which is the... That's so soft, isn't it, in the coconut? Yeah. And all the sauce dribbled over. Paolo's going to take the towel off and it stays perfectly in place. And we're going to put it centre stage, quite rightly. And I'm going to be very rude and dig in.
Carry on,
I'm going to put my fork in there. Look, you can break that off with your fork. No need for a knife. A bit of the sauce and... Oh, that's terrific.
Very nice.
So soft and really nice and juicy with that sauce as well.
Yeah.
So, just to wash that down as well.
Soda.
Soda or cheers.
Cheers.
And here's to Brazil and England in the World Cup. Paolo, thank you for your hard work here on Morning Rush. Great to enjoy. Oh, he hasn't even got one.
I know.
We'll have to sort that out in a minute. Paula, that was fantastic. I'm going to bring you a little treat across to share as well. Back to you in the studio.
That did look delicious. I certainly can't wait to try some of those recipes out when I get home. Well, that brings us to the end of today's Brazilian-themed show, almost.
And keep the Brazilian theme. There's a little Brazilian treat.
It is?
A lime.
You're so generous.
Could have been worse. Could have been a lemon. Anyway, we hope you've enjoyed your Brazilian morning rush. Make sure, of course, you tune in tomorrow when you see the big band performing live.
Oh, yeah, that should be fantastic. Plus, we'll be bringing you a review of the paper's headlines as well.
Perhaps with all that World Cup news as well. But for the moment, obrigado.
Goodbye.
See you again tomorrow.